Next, we have AuditLA.
Good morning. I do want to really quickly address about the scandal. I do know somebody who is applying, and I'm hoping that you will overlook everything that they have done and give everyone a fair, fresh look and a chance, if they want to become part of LAPD. I also want to refer to the people that came and spoke, the survivors, the victims that spoke 2 weeks ago. I don't want that to fall away and be lost. I want to thank actually Phil Tabby. I'm going to call him out and thank him because he's been listening to all of this. And that when he stood up last week, I wasn't able to be there. I heard it though. He stood up for the victims and saying, "You guys need to look into this. You please, what are you doing?" So I thank him that people are hearing and they're asking the questions that please, this, don't let the victims that came and pour their hearts out to you get lost. They need to be heard. I'm also going to keep bringing the same message about the undue influence that I allege of between the CPAB members of from Scientology, Janet Wheeland, and LAPD being able to use lawfare, okay, against protest because for their own view, for their own doing. Okay, because things that maybe, like you said, like say if somebody pulls off a sign and they get arrested for that, is that a felony? Is that a $50,000, $25,000 bail? Okay, there's, if some, if they're overdoing, they're overextending, they're using their contacts, and I'm asking you to please overlook everything that Northeast Division is doing for, with regards to anyone arrested with, dealing with Scientology issues, that it is a fair process, that it is the same process that you would apply to anyone else. So if I called in and said, "Hey, somebody ripped off my sign," would that person be having a $25,000 bail? That's for one charge. So there's this unfairness, and I'm begging you, been begging you to intervene with CPAB, suspend Scientology from CPAB, look into everything that's been done against protesters. And if if there is a crime, whatever that they want to pursue, that you feel that needs to be pursued, that it be done fairly, that it be done in relationship to what everyone else would have to face, but not that it gets like amplified because it's Scientology. I am begging you to have to get involved with this and deal with the CPAB influence. And what we call safe pointing, where they have such a relationship with people that they pick and they do their bidding. I am saying I believe this is going on.
The next speaker, please, William Good.
They're not following their rules.
So to be clear, once again, crime is down year over year, just like you said last week and the week before and the week before. Last year, same thing. Crime is down with fewer officers. So why are you raiding our budget? You guys are defunding our city. Now, Errol wants to give credit to the recruiting department as if those 4 or 5 employees are just an aberration, as if this racism isn't widespread. I talked about this last week. I'll talk about it again. I'm minding my business on Hollywood Boulevard grabbing a smoothie when officers in uniform came up to me and they said to me, "You are right. They are racist as fuck." His exact words. Officers in uniform are telling me this. Why are they telling me this? That tells me that there's a serious problem. Now, if it's bad for these officers, because these officers are saying that we are getting off of work and leaving the Hollywood station, and the HED officers are pulling them over because they are Black. How do you think it feels for the rest of us in the community and what we have to deal with? This is not an aberration, Errol. This is widespread. As Jason just mentioned, an officer called me a black fool. It's caught on tape. You guys accidentally released those internal affairs files to me. I should never have known about it. But accidentally, I got that. And when I look at it, it said the cop called me a black fool. You guys ruled. He was just blowing off steam. He was just blowing off steam. Why? Because I caught him making an illegal search and I got his punk ass suspended. But now I'm the problem for that because of his misconduct and I become the black fool. And when I sent him an email over and over again, I've now up to 17
I'm
emails.
sorry you
And
were
all of you
disrespected one
are
moment.
CC'd on those emails where I asked him, for one, will black fool, because this cop called me a black fool. They said it was non-disciplinary. He wasn't disciplined. Said it was non-disciplinary. So I asked him, will this continue to be non-disciplinary? He hasn't said a word. I saw him in a parade. We talked face to face for a half an hour. Not a word. Didn't say, said good morning. Don't you think we deserve to know if being called a black fool, if another member, Jason, is called a black fool? Don't you think we deserve to know if that's going to be disciplinary? You talk about recruitment being down. People are seeing these stories. They're seeing this racist ass police force. They're seeing a racist, and you know what they're saying? I don't want to be involved with that. Why the fuck do I want to be involved with that? That's why your recruiting is down. Not because this guy's running around saying it's the media's fault. It's the media narrative. It's your own fucking narrative. Enjoy your day.
The next speaker, Mistress Bongisha.
Guess my cure and correct didn't work, Audit.
All right, good morning. So Chief, first of all, talking about the news
Okay.
is that I want to voice my support for that whistleblower. My concern is that is the same concern as the Kevin De Leon whistleblower. I just afraid that obviously he recorded the video without anyone's consent, obviously. But again, if he got punished, if he got a charge, I'm afraid that no one will ever record those incidents and no one will ever report those issues to you. So you will never hear those issues again if he got punished. But again, you have to follow the law. If he breaks the law, it's hard. But anyway, that's my first point. Second point is, Chief, is normally I thought I wouldn't pursue this any further, but again, yesterday I saw that one lieutenant, one sergeant, 4 officers on the name on the news, and then out of those 6 names, I recognize 2 of them, Sergeant Danny Zhang and then the officer Shirley Burgos. Those are the 2 officers that I interact with. I informed the officer that I currently don't have a phone, and I informed the officer that is there a way that if you they send me an email to do something called a pre-background interview, and I said, is there a way that you can schedule me a time, schedule me a day, I will go to your office, let's just do everything in person. Currently I don't have a phone services. And then officer said, can you believe this? This guy wants to become LAPD and he doesn't even have a phone. Well, good luck to you, sir. And then he said, let me give you my sergeant. Never mind. So, and then I was transferred to Sergeant Danny Zhang. And then I explained my issues and I said, maybe I have a class schedule. Maybe I don't have a cell phone services. Is there a way to do that in person? And then the sergeant informed me over the phone that, sir, you clearly cannot follow command. You clearly have a problem with following instructions. If you cannot do this, you are not going to succeed in this hiring process. But again, I don't know how do I get around that if I just don't have a phone. But anyway, he said, never mind, sir. You know what? Forget about your pre-background interview. I will send your file to, personnel department and let them deal with you. All right, we're done right here. So the conversation is disconnected. I submitted the paperwork, the email, to one of your staff right there. Hopefully you get it before the end of the week. And that's the conversation. And then I just, right now, I just hope that 2 years ago I was here, I don't have 10-year legal residency. And as of 2025 right now, I just have established my 10-year legal residency and I thought I can move forward. But anyway.
Thank you.